Good. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Cyber Digest. We back with another live stream.
Yes, sir, indeed. Back for another live stream. I hope you guys have been well. I know it's only been 2 days, and I hope you guys didn't miss us too much. But we're back with more updated news on Deepseek, of course. More updated news on Tinder. Tinder's looking at incorporating AI into their platform.
Tinder and AI.
Must be quite interesting. I wonder if it's paired with any sex robots. We're only going to find out.
Dude, how lonely are people actually?
Exactly. That's a great question.
Or how evil are these companies actually?
To be incorporating AI into these platforms. But I think it shouldn't be too bad of a story. It shouldn't be too bad. I don't judge anybody that uses dating platforms. But we'll get into that story.
Yeah.
Let me just read the rest of our headlines. The other headlines, things that we're going to be touching on, I mentioned already Tinder. The European Union is starting to incorporate, acts and laws, putting laws into place, defining what AI is and isn't. So that should also be quite interesting.
Makes sense.
Google, on their latest Pixel 9, is looking at putting watermarks as well onto their photos to let people know what is AI generated and what isn't. And lastly, we've got some updates from Amazon with their Alexa product, which should be quite interesting as well.
Unless I heard about Alexa.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think it is going to be quite an interesting story because obviously we know AI assistants such as Alexa and Siri being paired with the latest innovations in AI should be something that's I think is going to be pretty good. Yes, sir. But let's dive first into our first story, which is Tinder. Have you used Tinder before?
No, I have not.
There's no shame. If you have, there's no shame.
I've not. I've set up an account before, but as far as use goes, I mean, I don't think I've never.
Not a frequent user.
No. It's not about. I've never used it before.
You sound kind of defensive, bro.
Hey man, listen. I might have used it before, but not actually used it.
Okay, just seeing what's out there.
Yeah,
just seeing what the market.
I guess maybe
I
was just like casting a net just to see what's going on.
That's fair. That's fair. There's no judgment, no shame in that either.
Yeah.
But so we obviously know how Tinder operates, right? It's a mobile app. You either swipe, you'll tell me left or right for when you pick the person. Is it left? Is it right? But you swipe left or right?
You swipe, yeah.
Okay, so if you like the person, you swipe right. If you don't like them, you swipe left. And that's basically the whole premise of Tinder.
Yeah.
And I think, just a side note, I kind of respect Tinder for using that kind of model because it kind of mitigates maybe people that are creepy from entering, like a girl's DMs.
You're talking about the swiping?
Yeah, the swiping thing. So essentially, I think you're only able to talk to the people that you swipe right to. And then the ones that you swipe left to don't have like access to be able to message you or whatever.
Okay.
Or maybe if you're not a match, rather, let me say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that kind of model is pretty interesting. And it's become very popular, like in general, like in TV shows, they'll mention, swipe left or swipe right, even if it's not directly linked with Tinder.
Okay.
So the article is basically saying that Tinder's introducing AI-powered matching to combat a steady decline in active users. So that's kind of sad that...
Declining users.
Yeah, what's going on with Tinder?
Are people finding love?
In real
outside
life?
Of Tinder? I mean, that's a good thing, I guess. Or are they finding robots? AI? I don't know. Actually, what the hell is going on? I think that's the one place where I actually wouldn't expect there to be like declining users. Because it's such a, the whole dating kind of market is such a, I mean, it's such an industry or a market that has always just potential growth. I mean, people are getting more lonely.
Of course.
Because of social media, and they're always just looking for love. So it's kind of odd.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's one of the markets that will never decline or shouldn't ever decline, let me rather say.
Yeah.
Dating, I think maybe sex markets, like porn apps, like what's the blue one, man?
You just wanted to say porn apps.
I just wanted to say porn apps. But I know a market like that will also never decline, and I think it's closely associated with dating apps like Tinder.
Do you think the decline could be due to the fact that, social media is kind of becoming that place for people to actually find love?
I think so. I think more people are actually finding love on social media as opposed to dating apps that are intentionally built to find people.
Which, what, there needs to be a clear separation now. Actually, let's talk about it. There needs to be a separation. And I think the thing is, people find so much shame in actually just admitting that they're on Tinder. And if there was no shame, it would be such an easy thing for people. Like, okay, you're on Tinder because you want a person. You know, you're not on Instagram dropping thousands of thirst traps or, you know, motivational quotes to try and, you know, catch somebody. Now, social media's kind of been intertwined with this whole dating experience. And, you know, I guess that could be why there's a decline of users. And there needs to be a separation, guys. You know, we're there on the gram for pics and, you know, nice pictures, nice and now you got people, you know, DMs.
Sliding in your DMs aggressively.
Let's make that just for Tinder.
Yeah, let's keep it for Tinder. But I don't think it'll ever stop on these social media apps. I mean, people have intentionally created accounts just to find and DM people. Kind of sad, but I mean, very strategic and intentional as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree, but I still think people are going to use Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all these different apps as dating apps, which is not necessarily for that, but I think it's kind of cool. So let me just continue with the Tinder story, right?
Yeah.
So it's saying that it's going to be rolling out AI curated recommendations in the coming months, right? Providing an alternative to the traditional swipe feature.
Oh.
However, swiping will remain a part of the app, so they're not getting rid of that feature, which is probably its most popular feature.
Yeah.
So it says that the Match Group CFO Gary Swidler emphasized that the goal is to improve match quality and drive user engagement. Yeah. Another AI feature, AI Photo Finder, which helps users select their best profile picture, was already previously launched. So it's not the first time that Tinder's incorporating AI products into their app. I don't know if you know anything about the AI Photo Finder feature that they've used.
No. What is it? What's that about?
I'm about to find out along with you.
Okay.
I'm about to find
Let's
out.
Let's go on this journey.
AI Photo Finder. Okay. So there's Pic Finder. Yeah. I would assume that is where people are able to generate alternative images of themselves. Like, I don't know if you remember the trend where people were like posting AI generated images of themselves on Instagram stories and stuff. So it's just like it makes them look cooler.
Okay.
In a specific light. So essentially it helps them find profile pictures better, more attractive, I'm assuming.
Okay.
But then like I also want to understand, why is it that Tinder rather, why is it that their users are declining? Why is their revenue decreasing? Why is all of that happening?
You know, I think also just as far as just dude, like nobody talks about Tinder anymore. Like, when was the last time? Like, people don't actually talk about it. I think it also is largely due to them. Like, I don't think they capitalized on just the growing loneliness of people out there. I don't think they have. I mean, all of these other social media platforms are constantly trying to capitalize on the latest trends. And I don't know, man. I think Tinder's stuck in a place where they are just, I think it seemed kind of stagnant.
I think maybe they might, I was actually going to say during 2020, I thought maybe they would have peaked then, but people weren't allowed to leave the house. So maybe not. But essentially, their stocks have been declining by at least 10% every single year for the past couple of years.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
You'd imagine that's the one place where it's just constant growth.
I would have thought they would have been at the very least, maintaining their user count. But it's declining. Dude.
People should be like, you know, submitting lobola offers on Tinder. Like, we should be at a phase where, you know, things are just moving at
lobola negotiations sent on
live on Tinder.
Live on Tinder.
Contract negotiations live on Tinder. You know, you want, like, it should be just I think they missed out, man. They missed out on an opportunity.
And that's what happens when companies don't evolve, when they choose not to evolve and move with the times. I guess this is their way of moving with the times, but maybe they also went very innovative with the way that they handle their market.
And they are just a bit too late. All of these social media platforms, they literally all have AI virtual assistants.
Facts. Yeah, no, and a lot of companies are actually keeping up to date with AI, which is, I like it.
Like, they are so far like they are at a place where they have AI assistants and yada yada, and Tinder's just there like, yeah, we're gonna have an AI feature that helps you find the best picture for your profile.
Yeah, that's not really outdated, innovative, bro.
That is outdated.
That's very 2022. That's very ChatGPT's new to the market.
Yeah, that's very outdated, and that's just the goddamn shame. So.
But okay, so essentially every single year, 10% drop in their revenue. I guess this past December, January, it has increased slightly.
Okay.
It only dropped by 8% instead of 10. But yeah, essentially, Tinder's direct revenue also missed expectations, coming in at $476 million below the projected,
Shit.
below their normal range, essentially.
Oh, wait, what?
76 million, sorry. Below.
That's crazy.
So normally they range between 480 to $485 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially,
Yeah, man.
I don't know how much Tinder's gonna increase unless they do like a direct evolution.
Guys, maybe people don't believe in them Jolo anymore. Maybe
You know what?
maybe
I'm
it's
for
raps.
it. I'm for it. They need to be dating outside. People need to go outside.
right?
Yes.
But what's outside, Khotso? It's clubs, bro. It's fucking
That depends where you're looking.
it's you go outside and it's clubs, it's Montana, it's whatever you guys have in Pretoria. Like it's what is
Zanzu.
it's the streets now. Like
Nothing lucrative, nothing worth looking at.
guys, there's nothing outside. There's nothing outside.
I mean, the internet isn't that much better either.
It's not. That's a terrible place. If we're being honest, there's actually nothing outside.
Damn.
You should be staying at home. Like what is outside? It's you in the streets, bro. Like
There's nothing worth looking for.
you step outside and it's the streets. You're in the streets, and that's just it's chaotic. It's cold. It's lonely.
So are
you get torn to shreds.
maybe you guys must let us know: is Tinder is Tinder a better option, or is hunting outside a better option?
Actually, right?
So we have our all-time favorite guest, Wine Time. What's good, Wine Time? I hope you're good.
Hey man, hope you're good.
Let us know if you're a man or woman, because I don't know whether to say he, she, they.
Yeah.
But Wine Time is saying set up an account. Does that mean that you are lonely? I don't know if you're asking if one dealer is lonely
Oh no.
or for context basis.
Maybe I was in a place where I was, feeling kind of lonely. But I'm good now.
Okay.
I've ordered my NVIDIA robots.
Wow.
Yo,
your
it's
assistant.
just the jokes. I'm not even that rich.
Your assistant.
I'm not rich
It's
at
just
all.
an assistant, nothing more, right?
Yeah, no, but no, guys. I don't. I think I was just curious. Wait, what about you?
What about me?
Didn't somebody say they saw you and suggested they swiped you or something like that?
Oh, that's crazy. if
Somebody
they
from the
did.
office, I think.
Oh, that's crazy if they did.
Yeah, you
That
did.
never happened. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
That was definitely a joke. I'm not on Tinder, guys.
Word.
And if I am, please report for catfish because it's definitely not me. Okay, moving on to our next story. The EU, the European Union, is essentially putting up AI systems, or rather guidelines, to be able to prevent and differentiate between what is AI and what doesn't qualify as AI. And I'm actually glad this is happening because it's the first story that I'm seeing in a very long time
Yeah.
about systems being put in place. Because like what I think we mentioned on the previous live stream, just how fast AI is evolving, how the market's is not really, they're not putting up any restrictions, any borderlines to be able to
Yeah,
make
man.
AI properly defined
Yeah.
and put regulations in place. Because with these developments that are happening,
It's getting
getting
crazy,
scary.
and I guess it was kind of hard for even just people to just keep up in general, because AI has just been not changing but evolving, and so first it's this, but now it's this, and so I think it's definitely the right step.
I think so too.
In how we actually properly just understand it and just mitigate certain, I guess, negative implications that might come with that, or negative effects that might arise from just AI and just the advancement of it, which is, yeah, man, that's step in the right direction.
Kudos to them. So essentially the article is saying the European Commission has released non-binding guidelines to help businesses and stakeholders determine whether a software system qualifies as an AI system under the AI Act. And they released about a 13-page long document specifying these differences. That's what they call the AI Act. So essentially these guidelines aim to support the effective implementation of AI regulations and will be updated over time based on real-world use cases and emerging questions.
Okay.
That department is going to be working hard. I don't want to lie to
Oh,
you.
yeah, no, they're hard at work.
Overtime.
Jesus.
OT.
13 page, not bad, though.
It's not too bad, but I'm thinking how much more is that page or that document going to grow?
Yeah.
Because
Definitely gonna get
every single day, how many crimes are probably being committed with AI? Just very easy scams.
Bruh, there was that lady who got scammed. I think she was from Germany, if I'm not mistaken. And somebody was catfish. Yo, actually, let me not laugh, bro. These are serious crimes, actually. Let me not laugh. But she was getting scammed. Somebody was pretending to be Brad Pitt, and they were sending her deepfake images of like Brad Pitt in hospital, and they were chatting, and they eventually started dating. And so Brad Pitt was like, "Yo, I need money for hospital bills," and he kind of just had built that rapport with her, like, "Okay, now we cool." And she sent like money, bro, like money, and yeah, shame, poor woman. Yeah.
And those things are happening every day, man.
Bro, like,
things like that are actually happening on a daily basis.
This is why we need to stay away from e-dating. These are the things, because
Like
we are in an age where AI is so prevalent. Like it's such a common, like it's everywhere now, and you still want to e-date. Rather, they are gonna finish you.
They're gonna finish you, and they're gonna finish quick, guys. And those people that choose not to see the person, at the very least, video call.
But even that.
You think they could deepfake a video call?
We're probably going to get avatars that look so real. You could just pick your celebrity avatar and you're just there looking like... You're looking like Idris Elba.
And it's just a deepfake over your real face.
Yeah. And you look like Idris Elba. And you just like a tabo from like... Also, you're busy pulling off a scam.
It changes your accent for you.
Yo.
To sound more American. Or more UK based.
Mospitori.
This kind of makes me, we normally speak about like the generic AI platforms with Deepseek, OpenAI, like Amazon, Apple, and all their innovations within AI.
Yeah.
But I want to start uncovering like the underground AI businesses that are able to do deep fakes like this and maybe don't publicly release their products on a wide space. So maybe like you're talking about now, like deep fake video calls. There's probably a platform or software that is able to do that for you, but it hasn't been publicly announced because people know just how bad it can get.
That is true. Dude, also, some of the tech is it's too much.
It's too much, but I want to know more about it.
Because I want to know, do we really need deepfake technology?
Yes.
Okay, we do maybe.
But in what instances, let's say that rather, in what instances would a deepfake be needed?
Because, I mean, what else is a person going to do other than actually just, make a deepfake of somebody else? Like, okay, I get maybe the creative side. Maybe, you use it for like a plethora of different things.
Like Kendrick did with, what's that song?
The Hot Pot 5,
yeah,
right?
The Hot Pot 5.
Brilliant song. But I wasn't a fan of that.
Okay.
The deepfake thing.
That's just you, though.
This guy.
That's just you.
I wasn't, though.
But I'm thinking another way that maybe it could be used is, I don't know, maybe let's say you are holding a bank hostage, for example, right? And I don't know, your only demand is that you want to speak to someone that's very close and dear to your heart. And they're like, okay, we've got her on the line. Here she is. And they video call, but it's the police officer negotiating with you. But it's a deep fake of her. Now you've released all those people. In that kind of situation, it's more for like the good.
What about the opposite?
Yeah, I think it'll probably be used more for the opposite than anything.
What about a person who's getting robbed and they're being persuaded and they just want to speak to maybe a close one? And they be like, you know what? Deep fake.
And that's most likely to happen. Damn.
Bruh, I feel like it's too much, bro.
It's a lot. Even in dating, like you're saying, we just covered that. And
it's too much.
Our fave here, Wine Time, just said, I disagree. Tinder could work because many people have social anxiety. Thank you for the shout out. Tselani D is saying powerful and very informative. Thank you, Tselani.
Thank you.
Parentine, that's a cool name, says perfect, sound, and clear.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. Does that mean we sound clear?
Okay. We look clear.
We look clear?
Okay.
Nah, thanks, Parentine.
Thank you, man.
That's a cool name too. So yeah, essentially, the act basically covers 7 elements that define what an AI system is. Okay, before we get that, let's ask you guys in the comment section. Just let us know what you believe is an AI system. You can just make it a 1 sentence, a 1-liner, 1 word. What do you believe an AI system is? What do you believe?
That is actually an interesting topic because as far as I understood, there is a clear separation or differentiation between the AI that we have and the AI that we always, the typical idea of AI that we had. So which is, that one was like true AI where it's actual artificial intelligence. And Yeah, which it's not. That's not really what we have right now. So ChatGPT, of course, is trained on like a large data set of just information, and it's using basically like just a predictive language model, and that's what it is. It's like based on its database, it's predicting the most likeliest or possible answer.
Sure.
Yeah, and so we haven't gotten to a place where we've actually achieved true AI. I don't know. Maybe we have. I don't know. Maybe the Chinese or somewhere they're cooking up something.
I think they have cooked it. I think it already
Maybe they're
exists.
cooking up something in an AI cave somewhere.
I think it definitely exists.
Yeah.
So for me, let me say what my understanding of what AI system would be is everything you've said, as
Yeah.
well, predictive models, things that can essentially help you in your life, make
Yeah.
things easier. By scouring the internet.
Wow.
By scouring the internet. Sorry.
That was one of our.
Our cameraman.
No, it was one of our NVIDIA robots. Made a blunder.
A little blunder. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so essentially in this act that the European Union has drawn up, they're saying that an AI system is 7 different elements. The first being machine-based system. AI systems relying on hardware and software for computing, which is very simple. The other is autonomy, which is saying that it has some sort of independence in the way that it operates.
Okay.
Essentially like an AI agent or an AI bot or something like that. The third one is adaptiveness, something that is able to learn and evolve after deployment. The fourth one is an AI system with objectives. Essentially, it's an AI that has been programmed or created with specific goals in mind. So you say, by the end of these next 2 months, I need you to make me $500,000 using this following system and your advice or whatever. So that's that, which I think is pretty good, but we'll get into that quickly. The next one is system objectives I've just covered. In inferencing ability, which says AI processes data to generate predictions, content, recommendations, or decisions. And I've seen a lot of people using that for stuff like, I don't know, maybe gambling or even trading on the stock market or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
The other one is output influence. AI impacts real world environments, either physical or digital. And then the last one is interaction with the environment, where AI is active, responding to and influencing its surroundings. So that's like a bot that can maybe, I don't know, post on your behalf, reply to social media posts, and maybe direct message posts, emails, all of that stuff. So those are the different things that would qualify as an AI system according to the European Union.
I need a paper AI.
You need a
Paper AI. They don't have that.
paper AI.
I just need an AI that's gonna make me money.
Paper stacking AI.
Paper stick.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So Tselani's D's definition of AI is something that's human intelligence.
Okay.
Yes, but no. Oh, okay, sorry. She said something above, saying an AI system is a software program that uses artificial intelligence to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. AI systems use algorithms, data, and computational power to simulate. Damn, that sounds like a Google searched answer, but it's pretty well said.
Okay.
Pretty well said. Okay.
That's
So what do you think these boundaries are going to help with, like these regulations that they're putting in place?
interesting. That's quite interesting. I guess when we have all of these AI systems just being readily accessible to just the masses, I guess governments, when they have a kind of a framework, they're able to kind of come up with decisions that limit just how accessible certain AI systems are, which could be potentially detrimental for people. Or yeah, so I think that would be a start. Yeah, man, people always have malicious intentions, and so
Facts.
yeah, and so I guess having foresight and seeing how something might potentially go, what it could potentially lead to, is very important. And so a framework and regulations is,
Okay. I think so as well. I'm thinking with the increase of AI and people using computational power to make more money, I think government institutions and banking institutions are feeling quite threatened.
Oh yeah.
I really do think that they're feeling threatened because they're realizing that people might not need banks as much as they previously would have needed to, and also surpassing different regulations that the government puts into place.
Mm.
They're using AI to surpass all of those things and maybe not even seem like themselves while doing it, like doing it under a hidden identity.
I mean, we're seeing it with the crypto. I mean, if people are able to exchange and buy and in crypto, and these banks are essentially kind of saying like, okay, a lot of these vendors or institutions that are providing these crypto services, you're operating like a financial service provider,
Yeah.
but not necessarily operating within the frameworks
As
that
of
we
a bank or of a financial
Yeah.
service provider.
And so, yeah, man, I think it's yeah. And also, I guess AI can be used for a lot of,
Other malicious things.
dude, like you saw Google. I mean, Google just recently said like, well, they didn't openly outright come out and say it, but they implied that they're going to be working on research to develop weapons and surveillance technology using AI.
Yeah. And they didn't even have to hide it.
Because I mean, they had pledged that they would never do it, and now they kind of dropped that pledge.
But I think I might have mentioned this to you before. I don't know if it was off camera or not, but I think that the military, whether it's US military, Chinese, South African, whatever country's military, they probably already have been using it for surveillance and
Oh yeah,
in any other weird ways, like the wars and stuff. They've definitely been using a lot of this technology.
probably. Yeah, I mean, as much as Google might say, we've dropped the pledge, but I mean, they probably dropped it long ago.
A long time ago.
And they probably seeing, okay, now AI is gonna be is so prevalent now that I mean, it's not gonna be any secret once people start seeing technology utilizing AI.
So essentially, there's no need for them to hide it.
Yeah, no, cat's out the bag. We're gonna have, people are gonna have like bullet guiding, guns with the bullet guiding. I don't know, but
It's able
like
to like track like a heat sensing bullet or something.
yeah,
So even if you run away from it, it's chasing you.
using GPS, artificial intelligence, track the heat and how fast he's running, and dude, like
Those things are real. These are things that we've always been seeing in
It's-
like movies, bro, like spy movies or action movies or sci-fi movies or whatever it is. We've seen a lot of these stuff, and back then it might have been a concept,
yeah,
but now it's definitely a real thing
it's crazy that there's so much just foreshadowing in
cinema.
and just in people's, I guess in humans, our artistic endeavor. Like there's so much there, and we are living it, or we become it eventually. Yeah, man, it's actually scary.
Now it's really scary, but I think let's keep up with the times. Let's keep doing our own research. Hope you guys are still doing your research as you watch us. But yeah, I think let's move on to the last few stories of the days. 2 more. Do you want to take us through it, maybe? So it's the Google adds digital watermarks to their edited AI images.
Why are we doing that, Google? That thing is just gonna look ugly
Oh,
with the watermark.
so you're here for the aesthetics.
That's my gripe.
You're here for the aesthetics.
I don't want
That's it.
an image with the watermark on it.
I mean, I get
I
you.
want my watermark.
I get you, but also we need to have that precaution being put in place.
Oh wait, it's not that they are just letting people know that it's a Google AI. They trying to let people know that it's an AI generated image.
Yeah, that it's been manipulated.
Oh yeah,
essentially.
that's good.
I think it's coming more from an ethical side of things.
That's good.
More than like branding.
Also,
and
but it's
promo.
gonna make my slides look ugly, bro. Like,
I mean, you could always crop them out
Yeah,
if
we'll
it's in
crop
the
them
corner. Just
yeah, I'm sorry if that's unethical, but I'm gonna do that.
it might be a little unethical. So essentially, Google has announced that they're starting this week with embedding digital watermarks into their photos,
That's good.
edited with generative AI using the Reimagine feature in Magic Editor on their Pixel 9 devices. So I guess it's from Pixel 9 moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good though, man. Like, cause we really don't know what's what. Like, we don't know what's what.
Yeah, we really don't. And I'm glad that they are incorporating stuff like this only for the ethical side of it. Because, hey, now we took a photo at a party and maybe someone erased you and like now people are saying you were never there.
Or, God forbid, compromising images of you, and word is that it's you, but it's AI
But
generated.
it's actually AI generated. Because I think there is that feature that Apple released on one of the latest software updates. I think it's the latest software update where you're able to, was it Apple or was it Google? Where you're able to put 2 photos together. So let's say you and somebody else are in the photo and
Yeah.
I'm taking the photo,
Okay.
but we're on holiday, so I want to show that it's three of us. Then I ask you to come take the photo and I jump next to on the other side.
Oh,
You can merge those two photos together
that's incredible.
and make it seem like we just took a group photo, even
That's
though it was
incredible.
two separate photos.
That's amazing.
So that's a pretty cool feature. I don't remember if it's Google or Apple that incorporated that, but I thought that was quite amazing. It's like the opposite of Magic Eraser, essentially.
Yeah.
And a lot of these features, pretty weirdly enough, are taking away from what Photoshop used to be, where you could do you would only have to use Photoshop for all of these different things. And then
It is
import
crazy,
back
right?
to your
And
phone.
and there was actual like craftsmanship and skill, especially with like Photoshop is not. It's not the most simplest thing to learn.
Facts.
And so, there was actual craftsmanship and just actual precision and skill that was admirable about just the way people would use it. And now it's just like, you have AI that kind of just levels that skill gap or whatever. Now you can just do anything, create anything, and do this photoshopping and shifting and changing and
Yeah, I mean that's why like graphic designers are probably shaking in their boots now because posters you can do, banners you can do, logos you can do, like all kinds of branding you can do just using AI.
web
Designers as well.
even just web developers. I mean, you're talking about like there's platforms that use AI to generate web pages, websites, web designs.
Yeah, no, a lot of these jobs, like that's why I always say, like you have to actually adapt
You really do.
with your job. If you're a graphic designer and you love graphic design, you need to find a way to make your selling proposition or your value proposition as a business,
Yeah.
make it AI generated because clients are more inclined to buying into AI as opposed to your services. So make them know that you're using AI, but not in a way that they think that you're cheating them as a client.
Yeah, because I mean, truth is that it's not that certain professions are going to be become completely obsolete. It's that certain professions are only going to require a 0.01% of people to be there,
Exactly.
and those people you truly need to be the cream of the crop. That you're there because there's a certain human certain human touch or perspective or context or cultural narrative or whatever that you
That
can
needs to
actually
be
add
incorporated.
to your work that AI can't, because AI is good for generic stuff. It's not good for special stuff. Like you can
Facts.
create anything, templates or very generic things, quick on the go, but things that are truly special, you don't need a team of 20. Like there's literally one person with a special talent who'll do it for you. And so if you're not kind of, trying your most to be that special, then unfortunately you're gonna fall
It's
behind.
gonna pass you by.
Yeah.
So yeah, always stay updated with your skill stack and evolve. You have to evolve with the times because, I mean, just looking at that jobs report that came out a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
shame. A lot of people are gonna be left destitute if they're not keeping up and staying informed and trying to see how they can evolve with the AI revolution.
Yeah, it's crazy because when I look at the tech industry, and I'm looking at like just things like software engineering or software developers, the people that are really in danger are junior developers. There's not gonna be a need for any junior developers.
You think so?
I mean, you're gonna have AI, and then you're just gonna have maybe intermediary, but mostly senior developers who kind of oversee things and who kind of like that's it. Like you're gonna have AI doing whatever junior developer like does
So
within a company.
What do junior developers do? Like very simply
I mean, it's
put.
things like testing. Things like it'll be things like testing, basic coding, like things like that, like things that AI can automate. And then you have senior developers who maybe will look at the overall architecture or design overall architecture of a specific product, program, or whatever. I mean, that takes actual skill, but experience, actual experience. So AI can do like, what a lot of junior developers can do is it's a lot of textbook stuff, and it's a lot of things that you're told to do and that you can just like you do, but it doesn't require a lot of intuition. But things that senior developers do, it does require intuition. Like it requires certain level of mastery and experience, and so those are the people that are in danger, man. Like you're not gonna have these teams of 6 8 developers working on
It
something.
can
When
literally be just like 1 or 2 people that master the entire process.
yeah, you have the AI and you have somebody who's kind of supervising or overseeing it or working on actual design and architecture and yeah, but maybe the actual building, the actual it's yeah, man, like it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Eh, it is unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it's so I don't know, man. We in again, it's scary times.
Scary times, but I'm glad we are keeping up to date. I
Yep.
think there are ways to even still break into the software development world
Yeah, because we actually build robots. We build actual robots, guys.
from scratch.
We build actual robots. And again, let us know what you want us to build. Like we can build you anything.
Yeah, I want to do a live build
Yeah.
very soon.
So if you want us to, just automate something, it could be anything from basic bookkeeping, accounting, or I don't know, man, like something you use for research,
Social media as
social
well.
media, anything. Like just be creative, and we can actually build it. Like something that just automates that whole workflow, or that whole process.
But yeah, on to something a bit more exciting. Amazon's Alexa is being upgraded or updated rather after I don't know how long.
That's okay.
It's pretty interesting. So for those of you that don't know, Alexa is essentially like an assistant.
Yeah.
That sits in your home or in your office or whatever space that you normally work out of. And you can just shout, "Hey Alexa," or "Alexa," and just ask it to do different stuff, maybe research for you or play music for you in the background, or maybe ask it questions while you're cooking about, I don't know, a recipe or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty cool device that's already existed for a number of years now. And Apple followed suit with the HomePod as well,
Okay.
which I used recently, and it's not as amazing as I would have expected.
Really?
But yeah, Amazon is essentially planning a significant AI upgrade to Alexa, its voice assistant, expected to be revealed at a product launch on the 26th of February in New York City. That's the end of this month.
Okay.
The update will feature generative AI as expected, which should allow for more natural conversational interactions.
That's crazy.
So essentially, it's going to incorporate generative AI. It's going to integrate advanced LLMs, large language models, enabling more conversational interactions similar to those of OpenAI's and ChatGPT and Google Gemini. Alexa will be able to handle multiple requests at once and act as an agent for users, completing tasks without requiring direct input each time, which is what it should be.
Yeah.
Panos Panay, Amazon's new leader of devices and services, will be presenting and the redesigned Alexa at the event. And it's going to come with a subscription model, which is crazy. Because if I bought the physical device, why am I paying $5 or $10 every single month?
That's greedy.
That's terrible.
I mean, you should be paying for the actual innovation.
Yes.
You're paying for the assistant.
Yes.
So you buy it and then what?
You have to pay every month. So if I don't pay, then it's just the regular Alexa from 2017.
So then why are you guys giving me this? Why am I actually paying for the device itself?
It's greed, man.
Because it's not like when I buy a Wi-Fi home router, they actually don't charge you for the actual device.
They charge you for the service,
yes,
the software. Oh, yeah, the internet access.
Yeah, they charge you monthly.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I've always imagined these kinds of devices being actual assistants, actual agents, actual Jarvises in your home, as opposed to, and I mean, we spoke about this on the last live stream, so we don't have to get too deep into it. But what Siri is nothing close to what Google is developing.
I was actually going to add on that, like, because you said you were quite disappointed in how your experience with HomePod. And I'm like, is Apple actually really struggling with the incorporating AI into their virtual assistant? Because even Siri is bad.
There's no other way to put it. Siri is bad.
Like it feels outdated.
Yep.
Like it's so outdated. Like I don't even get it. Like they were quite I don't know, man, like that sort of technology, the virtual assistant technology, I mean years ago they had quite a reputation for it, and now it's just they've kind of just left it into the dust, and it's just dusty as hell now.
Yeah, I think Siri was supposed to be very innovative, very revolutionary, but I don't know what Apple is focusing on right now, but it doesn't seem to be anything with assistants or AI. Like even with the developments with AI, shame, guys, shame.
Yeah.
It's not the innovation I would have expected from Apple.
Yeah, I mean, for for a company that is so focused, sorry, on just software. I mean, iOS is a brilliant software, always has been. I mean, it's been one of the best, mobile operating softwares for years. But you'd think that they put a huge focus on AI, but they haven't. Even Apple Intelligence, as neat as it is, yo, bro, it's outdated. We're not like it is like it's not as for I don't know, man. Like for where it should be, I don't think like it's definitely not all that. Because it's a lot of predictive stuff, generating maybe images or helping you with emails and stuff like that. I think it should be way far along, like especially where we are right now with regards to AI. Apple is Apple. I mean, what is it? The most valuable tech company.
One of, if
One
not,
of. They're worth more than $1 trillion. I mean, they should. It shouldn't feel this.
it feels lazy, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think one of my pain points is the fact that when they announced, the latest lineup, or I think it was last year at WWDC, the Worldwide Developer Conference from Apple, they announced the latest iOS would come with Apple Intelligence. And once the latest iOS beta was rolling out, people were complaining that there's actually no full-on Apple Intelligence, especially what they promised at WWDC. And Apple, kept saying that it's coming. I think at the end of 2024, early 2025. And only recently, about maybe a month ago, if not slightly over a month ago, Apple Intelligence full system was actually released, and still it was lackluster. So I'm like, what is it that they were really working on in that time that they couldn't have released already a year, if not 2 years ago?
Yeah, because I mean, it's nothing. I mean, it's nothing extraordinary.
It really isn't.
It's very neat features, useful, but it's nothing you can't do better on other platforms. That's just it. Like, I don't get it, man.
But I think I am a bit of an Apple fan, and what I think they might be focusing on, this is just a prediction on my side, is I think they might be focusing more on the medical industry than they are with AI and software, which kind of work hand in hand. So the reason why I'm saying the medical industry is because recently they released the latest AirPod Pros, and those actually qualify as a medical hearing device for people that might have, hearing deficiencies or whatever the case is. And other products like the Apple Watches. The Apple Watch is very health inclined, tracking your sleep, working out, all of that stuff. So a lot of their products seem to be more catered to the medical industry as opposed to being a technological company just focused on releasing generic devices. So I'm assuming maybe that's where their interest is, because there is also a lot of money that they can make in the medical industry.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it
but
definitely
saving
is.
lives, I guess, and
saving lives is amazing.
Then also contributing to people getting charged on arm and a leg for healthcare services. But yeah, man,
kudos to them, I guess.
Saving lives, that's great. But I just it would be great to get something, I guess, exciting from them.
I really hope that we do get something. I thought that the Vision Pro would have been that, but
yeah, that's been
very disappointing.
Yeah, the Vision Pro, I think it's still very much in the beta phase for all this company, even Meta, and kind of working around having these big ass goggles on your head, and just it being visually clean and visually very responsive and smooth in its actual interactions within the metaverse. I think that's gonna take a bit of time, but also just for people to actually want to use it like that. I mean, yeah.
I think most people didn't want to use it because one of the weight. I think the weight was the biggest issue.
Because you got these
it's like heavy. It's sitting on your face the entire time.
Yeah, it's not very practical.
And I mean, conceptually, it's a cool idea, and I like that Meta, the company, has developed their own glasses with Ray-Ban, where it's similar features. Obviously, not to the level of Vision Pro, but I really do hope that eventually that we're gonna have just simple, lightweight glasses that act as sharp, if not sharper, than what the Vision Pro is. But
I'm not. I want it like I don't think I'm gonna use it if it's not like Ready Player One. I don't know if you watch.
I've watched Ready Player One. That's what I think the metaverse actually is.
But now, it's it's in a phase where it's a bit like you got these clunky animations. Okay, nice avatars, but there's this clunkiness to it. Like it's not there yet. But technology is a process, so it's good that there is that innovation that's happening. That's good.
I think they're taking their steps. They're making their strides. Eventually, they will get to the phase of it being Ready Player One, but I don't think it'll be Apple or Meta doing it. I think it'll be a company like, what's that game? Fortnite. I think a company like Fortnite would, out of the blue, come out and say, "Hey guys, we've developed a hardware product, not just software that you guys are used to, and you can just incorporate our game into it. Now you're actually in Ready Player One."
And who knows? They probably have been working on something like that.
I think they would be.
Some, I don't know, 200 IQ Harvard and Asian interns who just, came up with this brilliant thing, and now they're going to incorporate it with they probably have something like that. Or they invested in a crazy ass startup that had this product with so much, but they probably have something cooking up.
But I really hope so. I hope they're not waiting on like a big giant company like
that.
Apple.
Would be game changing just for gaming in general,
Yeah, and for a gaming company to do something like that,
who's very much focused on, developing games that are immersive.
Yeah. And I think that's what they do. I mean, Fortnite is always updating, always, and they actually keep up with the times.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I really love them for that. So I think if Fortnite is doing that, damn.
I think though. I think also with Apple, I think that's one thing I've always admired about Apple is that they've always took their time with developing a piece of technology. They don't readily jump out the market. Like I think Samsung did that a lot. Also, just the other Asian tech companies. But I think Samsung was always just focused on being innovating publicly. And so, when they working on a piece of technology, a new piece of technology, and trying to be innovative, they don't wait too long. And that's why you'll see so many updates, so much improvement publicly that happens with different versions and like foldable phones. Like there's so many things that they didn't wait on. They just readily jumped out the market. Whereas Apple, they always just reluctant on releasing a piece of technology when it's not yet ready, when it's not yet smooth and as functional as it should be. And I think that's also, you see that with a lot of the features that have that they've made available on iOS, but also on just their cell phones that have been around, but they were more focused on perfecting it and getting it right, so that it's not as clunky. It's a great user experience, and I think that's actually always been their focus, user experience.
Which process do you prefer? The perfected, clean, polished product that just took longer, or we are putting it out, but we're gonna make it better. We're still working on it. Which method works better for you?
That's interesting. So for instance, Samsung years back, they had released like 8K video recording. Years back, I think 3 years ago. I don't know and I mean, it's 8K. It's great mobile phone. You get to record 8K on your mobile phone, but it wasn't as clean. And so if it's not as clean, it's not as usable as it should be. So I forgot how many. I forgot what was the frame rate for that. But it wasn't. It was a bit jittery. Like it wasn't as smooth as, say, like I don't think you could get like 60 FPS on the 8K.
For 8K?
Yeah, I don't think you could on the mobile phone.
That's crazy.
Because it wasn't yet as, like, it was still a very kind of new thing. And so, you're releasing these pieces of technology, but are they as usable? Like, because they're not as clean as they should be. And so, I don't know, man. But also, it's exciting when companies work on innovation.
I was actually about to say the same thing, that I actually prefer us seeing the process. It's almost like art. You want to see the work in progress as opposed to the finished, final, polished result. Like, you know what I mean?
Like Apple, there's no reason why, they're like, so, phones like Samsung and Xiaomi and Huawei, like, their display screens are like, they have like 90 hertz refresh rates and 120 hertz. But Apple for years now has just been reluctant to even just have that on their base phones. They'll have that on their high-end phones, but every other phone has like 120 hertz display. Like the displays are just like, and then when Apple will kind of have it maybe on the Pro versions and now it's become such a basic thing, like just having a high refresh rate, and
Like it's nothing elite anymore.
yeah, it's nothing,
And you're still
crazy
limiting it to your pro devices. It's kind of weird.
I remember even Apple's kind of sneaky when they released, like, they dropped the iPhone 11, and then they decided for some reason to make the panel LCD.
When they could have, used
like
liquid retina.
So yeah, which is great because, every other so that was if I'm not mistaken, so it's full HD. Every other display screen was past that. Like nobody was using LCD anymore. All these other companies were having these crazy like Retina, AMOLED, OLED displays, and then they come
still
up
using
with
HD.
Brother, that's crazy.
I think let's move on to our last story. TikTok. I think you can take us through that. The ByteDance.
Oh yeah, interesting. So, ByteDance, creator of TikTok, has actually come out with something quite interesting. So, ByteDance recently unveiled a new AI tool that can generate lifelike videos of people talking, playing instruments, and more using a single photo. So it uses a single photo, and with that you're able to prompt it, and it produces lifelike videos. Sort of like Sora, but I imagine because they're saying it's lifelike, it's more
human. Like it looks more like a human.
Yeah, which is So this is from the creators of TikTok.
So how are consumers going to be using that kind of product?
I imagine for content.
Do you think they're going to be using it as like human or AI versions of themselves doing the dances and whatever challenges on TikTok, or are we just going to see a rise in AI influencers that are not real people?
That's crazy. AI influencers.
They really exist,
actually
really. Yeah, you haven't seen the AI influencer pages?
No.
There's literally like companies, maybe like a clothing brand. If you were going, let's say Givenchy, was like, yo, Givenchy. Maybe they said, yo, we need an influencer, but we don't have the budget to pay an actual person to wear our clothes.
Yeah.
Let's build an AI influencer. Like you can kind of see that it's AI, but they look very human-like.
Yeah.
And just dress them in all our garments, make them go to dinner parties, take fake photos.
That's crazy.
Like they literally create a whole virtual world of this AI influencer.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they have collaborations between the different pages of like, hey, Wandile is another AI influencer. Let's incorporate him into our AI and like paid promotion. Like it's a real thing.
Yo, what are we doing, man?
It's a real thing.
What? Yo. So, yeah, man. So I'm just reading here, and so in a research paper published on ARXIV, the company claimed that the new tool can work with images with any aspect ratio, irrespective of whether they're portraits, half body, or full body images, and deliver lifelike and high quality results across various scenarios. So, yeah, they're saying it's a step up compared to other AI models. So much like Sora and them. So it's a level up from that. It's not. It's more advanced.
I mean, Sora is pretty damn advanced. I wonder how much more advanced they can get at ByteDance.
Have you seen what is it? Is it VO2
of Sora?
No, so it's of Google. Yeah, so apparently that it's more. It's better than Sora. Yeah,
we need to try that out.
Yeah, we're gonna try. Actually, guys, we're gonna try. So let us know what piece of tech you want us to try out live on the channel, and yeah, so we can go. We still have to try out the Google AI Studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even that, I think, could be like another live kind of build, seeing what we could build with it.
Yeah.
But I want to show the AI influencer, one of them that I did find.
That's crazy. Why do we have AI influencers? And then you're going to have people in the comments and liking this. That's weird.
Oh, I don't think they can see my screen. Let's try this, guys. Yeah, AI influencers. I think this is also for you, Wandile. You haven't seen what a real AI influencer looks like, huh? Not yet.
I'm also just going to check on the phone. So what's the handle?
The handle is Lil Michaela. So it's LIL MIQUELA. Michaela. Spelled very weird.
LIL
ELA.
Okay.
She has like 2 million followers.
Why does she have 2 million followers? Please, guys, Why are actual humans following 21-year-old robot living in LA?
Yep.
Be your own robot. Jesus Christ, this is actually...
So this is the AI influencer we're looking at, Lil Michaela. So you can see that she's a very literally created AI person, but the images kind of look surreal in a way, like kind of real.
I'm in the comments. People are like, can't wait for the new music queen.
Oh, she makes music.
That's not a queen, bro. Like, what do we do?
That's a real bot. That's a real bot. But yeah, essentially people interact with these things, clothing brands, different kinds of brands actually pay these AI influencers to post
to be
on their
one
behalf.
of your affiliates.
Because everything is perfect. You don't have to deal with a real person talking about...
Are you not worried about this?
A little bit. Because, I mean, essentially now social media is going to be flooded with pages like this as opposed to real human beings.
But why are people interacting with this as if it's an actual person?
I do not know. I have no idea. But yeah, in closing, guys, if maybe you guys wanted us to decide to create our own AI influencer, see how far he or she can get, that would be pretty cool.
Actually, we should actually work on a challenge where we create an AI influencer, a South African one, and try and make it like blow up.
Shucks. And then we give updates every episode.
Yeah, like how it's going. And you guys can also give us suggestions on how we can, like suggestions on things we can kind of add to our AI influencer, what you want the AI influencer to do. You want them to be a piano artist. You want them to, anything.
That's actually a good idea. Give it personality.
Yeah, so you guys can let us know, man.
Okay, yeah, but I think in closing, this was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think our next live stream needs to be an AI build. Let's do that for our next live stream, which is next week Tuesday, guys.
Yeah.
So we will try and be pushing these live streams twice a week rather.
Yeah.
And based on your demand, if you guys actually want to see more, we'll try pushing to 3. But yeah, we always want to give you guys the latest updates in AI and technology because there's stories breaking every single day.
Every day, it's scary, man.
Every day. And what we want to do is give you guys the correct insights into how to build, how to know, how to manage, how to do all of these things and stay up to date. And I guess a couple of years from now, we can look back and just appreciate the fact that this platform existed and use it as a library for yourselves.
So, yeah, guys, that's it from us. Signing out from today's live stream. And, we hope to see you guys next week, Tuesday. Yes, and don't forget to watch our latest episode that just dropped on YouTube. We were covering Deepseek, China.
Covered a whole lot of things.
A lot of things. Very informative. So if you want to know what's going on in the world of tech right now.
That's on the Mpodagada channel as well.
Mpodagada channel, who's also one of our co-hosts on the show. So, yeah, guys, signing out.
So the next one. Cheers.